WATE 6 on your side. News at 5 starts now.
It's breezy, it's warm. We've got another Weather Aware Day continuing tonight, but improvements are on the way. We're tracking it out for you in just a couple minutes.
And both the city and the county have now approved the Behavioral Health Center right here in Knoxville. A look at how the so-called Safety Center will operate and how it could potentially save taxpayers money.
And we're following breaking news tonight. It's been more than 2 weeks since 15-year-old Elizabeth Thomas went missing. The first possible credible sighting tonight. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ryan O'Donnell.
And I'm Kristen Farley. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, as I mentioned there, we are staying on top of that breaking news as the TBI turns its attention to West Tennessee.
Yeah, late today we learned authorities say there was a possible sighting of the missing suspect here. We're talking about Tad Cummings.
Yeah, Elizabeth Thomas and Tad Cummings have been on the run since March 13th. Elizabeth's disappearance setting off an Amber Alert.
Let's go ahead and send things over to anchor Lori Tucker in the Breaking News Center. Lori, what have you learned in the last half hour?
Kristen and Ryan, the focus of this Amber Alert has turned to Shelby County, specifically Collierville, that's just outside of Memphis. We're told police there are going over right now security footage from a gas station. Investigators told our sister station in Memphis the surveillance video could be Tad Cummings and perhaps Elizabeth Thomas. It's been more than 2 weeks since the two were last seen. We have been checking with the TBI, a spokesperson saying there still have not been any, quote, substantiated sightings of either individual, but did say Collierville police have issued a BOLO, or a be on the lookout, for these two. Of course, we promise to stay on top of this and let you know of any updates. We continue to monitor this. I'll be back with you just as soon as we get new information. Guys?
All right, Lori, thank you very much. Now, very few parents can fully understand what the Thomas family is going through.
But a Utah family does understand. You may recall the case of Elizabeth Smart. She was abducted from her Salt Lake City home back in 2002 and was held captive for 9 months. Reporter Jessica Jaloy spoke with Smart's father, who now runs a foundation for victims like his daughter.
Edward Smart understands what Elizabeth Thomas's family and friends are going through. In June 2002, his then 14-year-old daughter Elizabeth Smart was abducted at knife point from their Salt Lake City home. She was forced deep into the woods and tied to a tree.
You know, she was literally cabled. She was imprisoned there for a long time.
Smart says his daughter's captor, Brian David Mitchell, used manipulation to control her.
In Elizabeth's case, he kind of tried to perform a wedding and make her believe that she was married to him.
He worries Elizabeth Thomas could be in a similar situation.
Manipulation is really what controls them. And if she's sold that she's in love with him, he's in love with her, or whatever the situation may be, the focus just has to be brought back to her. Regardless of what her situation might have started out to be, it could be very different at this point.
For 9 months, his daughter was held captive with Mitchell and his wife, Wanda Barzee, as they traveled from place to place. Similarly, the Murray County Sheriff believes Elizabeth Thomas is off the grid somewhere with Cummins. But Smart says they can't hide forever, and when they do surface, the public has to know who to look for.
I just don't think that you can hope to find your child without the media and the coverage, because without them, you cannot engage the public and get them to help you find her. It really is going to come down to the public seeing something, seeing her or him, keeping their faces out there, because it's certainly easy to forget those faces.
It worked for Smart's daughter. Elizabeth Smart was finally spotted out in public, and that person called police. He does believe there is hope for Elizabeth Thomas.
I would absolutely have great hope that she is out there somewhere, and that somebody will spot them and help to bring her home.
There are a lot of similarities between the Elizabeth Smart case and the disappearance of Elizabeth Thomas.
Yeah, that includes the age of both victims and their alleged captors. Again, we have just learned there was a possible sighting of Elizabeth Thomas and Tad Cummins in Collierville. That's in Shelby County, by the way. According to reports, it was just Tad Cummins who was spotted on some surveillance video. Now, anyone with information on where they might be, of course, asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND or 911 immediately. All right, time now to shift our attention to the weather out there, and it keeps just getting warmer and warmer. Definitely felt like spring today.
I wish we could open the roof up here. Chief Meteorologist Matt Hinken joining us in the Storm Center. Matt, you know, kind of a gloomy day today with all the clouds, but no rain, but is that going to change?
Yeah, that'll gradually change. There's the reason why it's been so, look at that, 81 degrees. That's 3 degrees shy of a record. 81 in Lenore City, 81 Maryville, 75 Tellico Plains, and 74 in Crossville. So there's definitely some warm air in place, and that warm air is one ingredient you need for showers and thunderstorms. The rest of the ingredients are out in middle and west Tennessee, and that's why we have a possibility of some showers and storms later on. Your evening commute should be fine, no issues at all. Some gusty winds and some storms later on now, but Storm Tracker 6 showing just hazy sunshine over East Tennessee right now. No storms, no rain at this point. That'll happen later on. Notice also that we're dry conditions means that we've got a couple more hours of daylight ahead of us and a couple more hours before the rain's going to get here. So most of it's after dark. We do have that slight risk of strong to severe thunderstorms. That's in the second category of 5 when we talk about severe weather. So we've got that slight risk of strong to severe storms. The most likelihood is well up here in southern Indiana and northern Kentucky, but we still have the possibility of a few storms. We'll get you 6 timeline and look at the 7-day forecast coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you very much.
All right, everyone. Well, with so much happening in the forecast this weekend, now's a good time, of course, to download our weather app, everyone. You can keep an eye on the weather before heading out, whether you're going to Shred Day or even some of the events around the Knoxville Marathon.
That's right. The app is perfect for inclement weather, and it works even if you're away from your television set or if the power goes out. It is free for both the Android and the iPhone. All you have to do is search for Knoxville weather. Well, Knox County is now one step closer to building a behavioral health center.
Commissioners voting 10-1 earlier this week to approve a contract with Helen Ross McNabb to operate the proposed safety center.
Yeah, the center would house nonviolent offenders in a building on DeWine Road near Western Avenue, right next to the Helen Ross McNabb's Centerpoint campus.
WATE 6 on Your Side reporter Bridget Burelow took a closer look at how the facility will operate.
We do not think that a jail is the proper place to put someone that is truly mentally ill.
Knox County one step closer to addressing mental health. Commissioners approving a contract with Helen Ross McNabb to operate a behavioral health center.
There's a tremendous need for this in our community. Our jails are frankly overcrowded and overutilized inappropriately for people who have mental illness. Nationally, it's a big deal because more people are incarcerated with mental illness than need to be.
And with nearly a third of inmates incarcerated in Knox County suffering from mental illness, members of law enforcement say the proposed facility is a better alternative than jail time.
We can do this work, we think, much more humanely, and we think we can do it for a third of the cost.
Helen Ross McNabb currently runs a facility adjacent where the new behavioral health center will be located. The current facility focuses on substance abuse recovery and has been in the neighborhood for 19 years. The new center will help people with mental illness who have come in contact with law enforcement.
They've committed some low-level misdemeanor offense, and it's obvious to law enforcement they need help.
The facility will offer 16 beds and hold patients for 72 hours.
And during that course of time, we'll get them engaged in treatment, we'll get really therapy started, and we'll get them engaged with providers when they leave our facility, so there's good care after they leave.
Some residents living in the area have raised concerns about safety, but members of law enforcement assure the community there will be 24/7 security and they do not foresee a spike in crime.
We just don't think that you'll see a great any kind of activity along those. Most of them we think will be so grateful for the help.
And Bridget joining us now live in the newsroom.
Yeah, Bridget, you know, some people say they're concerned about how much it's really going to cost to operate the center, but community leaders have been telling us it could actually save taxpayers in the long run, right?
That's right. To put it in perspective, Ryan and Kristen, there are currently 1,247 people in jail here in Knox County. About 400 of them suffer from mental illness. So on average, it costs taxpayers about $150 per day, and that's just to house and care for a mentally ill inmate. Most of them stay in jail for up to 25 days, so it's a big burden on the taxpayers. So members of law enforcement tell me it will actually be more cost efficient to have a designated health center than to have these people go to jail for nonviolent offenses. Kristen, Ryan.
All right, Bridget, thank you so very much. Now, the proposal for the Behavioral Health Center will now head to Knoxville City Council.
Yeah, Mayor Burgess says the safety center could open by the end of this year, and of course, we'll keep you updated.
All right, everyone, we want to turn our attention right now to a potential WATE 6 on Your Side scam alert. The Knox County Sheriff's Office is checking out flyers left on some homes by a contractor, telling homeowners they were selected to participate in a water quality testing study for Knox County. The flyer has the state seal of Tennessee on it, so it looks official, but Knox County leaders tell us the group is in no way affiliated with the county. At this time, it's not clear if this is an attempted scam or maybe just a misleading sales pitch. But for now, you should not follow through with their instructions. We'll be sure to update you as soon as we learn more about this situation.
Well, Cleveland police are investigating a death after a dog dug up and then brought home a human skull. Officers searched an area and were able to find other human remains in that same area. The chief of police now saying it could be the remains of a man who has been missing for nearly a year now. Right now they're waiting for UT's Forensic Center to finish the autopsy and with hopes that they'll be able to identify who it is. At this time, investigators don't suspect foul play. We'll of course update you as soon as the autopsy is complete. Well, former UT quarterback Joshua Dobbs has just been named a 2017 Torchbearer. UT Chancellor Beverly Davenport presented the honor to Dobbs this morning with both his parents and, of course, Coach Jones next to him. Being named a Torchbearer is the highest honor an undergrad student can receive at UT for a combination of outstanding academic accomplishments for the work in the community as well. On top of being a star football player and an aerospace engineering major, he also managed to visit hospitals, take part in charity events, even helping the victims of the Gatlinburg wildfires. Well, if you've lived in Knoxville for a while, you know construction is an everyday dilemma. But what you may not know is all this work for the city here is to make it more pedestrian and environmentally friendly.
That's right. Knoxville Mayor Madeline Rogero and Knox County Mayor Tim Burchett both speaking at the Healthy, Happy, Smart Symposium today to discuss ways that our community can promote what they call walkability.
The good news is that we've made a lot of progress ourselves and our city on that issue because we are intentional about investing in those types of amenities.
Now, Mayor Rogero tells us about Knoxville initiatives to create wider sidewalks and add bike lanes as well, all in the hopes to encourage people to get outside and get more active, just like the recent thing of them adding the slides as well.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Fun thing for the kids out there. All right, everyone, finding time to balance kids and work and staying fit can definitely be a challenge.
But listen to this. This mom of 3 and last year's Knoxville Marathon champ says it's worth it. Tonight at 5:30, how she finds the time and the energy to train every day despite her busy schedule.
And it's going to rain tonight and tomorrow morning, so we're on your side. Instead of forecasting tonight, we're getting rid of umbrellas, donating them because you're going to need them likely tomorrow morning. We'll talk about how you can get one of these and where we are and how long we'll be here coming up after the break.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he just told you what the weather is going to be like. I think he did he not? I think he did. That's okay. I've got more. Rest of the weekend forecast. You're watching WATE 6 on Your Side News at 5. Everybody, good afternoon to you. Boy, it's calm now, a little breezy. As far as the winds are concerned, it's breezy, but Market Square is calm. That's what I'm trying to get out, and it's going to be a busy weekend not only here, but all across East Tennessee with the marathon going on and the sidewalk chalk art going on. Say that 10 times fast. But it's a beautiful day and sunshine. A few fair weather clouds, and the storms are holding off until we can get to later this evening and tonight, so we're going to be in pretty good shape. It is a weather-aware afternoon into Friday morning. Rain and rumbles expected overnight, but in the short term, you're in great shape. If you've got plans to be out and about, just breezy and very mild. Strong winds are possible in some of these storms. Looks like the main threat for severe weather is going to be west of us, but we still have that possibility of some strong to severe storms. Locally, heavy rainfall not out of the question either. 81 still. The last 2 hours have been sitting at 81. The record's 84, so not quite there, but cooler air to the north and east. And everybody's going to get some cooler air behind this system. That's the way it works in the springtime around here. Warm southerly breezes ahead of a cold front, cooler, drier air behind it. And so we're getting the warm breezes ahead of it right now. Cooler air will be in here by the time we get the weekend underway. And we do have partly to mostly cloudy skies across East Tennessee. No real development of showers and storms other than to the west of Nashville. And you can see that back here, back toward Paducah and back down toward Memphis. So no, not a whole lot of activity. Still a possibility some showers and storms could develop in northern Georgia and Alabama and slide our way. And that's in the forecast over the next few hours. But we go from 6 o'clock tonight on 6 timeline to 8 o'clock. Look how we start to blossom some showers, maybe some thunder showers along the plateau already. Start to expand that down into the valley. So 10, 11, 12, possibility of some showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder even into the Knoxville area. Strongest storms are probably going to be in the southern valley. takes a little bit of a break. It may be on and off overnight. This is 2 o'clock, and then by the time we get to 4 or 4:30, still some heavier downpours. So basically, anytime after 8 or 9 o'clock tonight on the plateau, and then moving to the east, showers and thunderstorms are likely. Some could produce heavy downpours of rain and some gusty winds. And then this starts to move out and set the stage for a cooler, drier forecast. So the main storm threats tonight, basically going to be some wind damage. That'll be in the medium confidence category. High confidence that there'll be some heavy rain around the area, but not everybody will see that. Hopefully we'll see minimal wind damage, and heavy rain won't be out of control, but it will be gusty winds that are the concern as well. So we're southwest breezes overnight through the day tomorrow, and as we switch those winds around tomorrow, we'll bring in the cooler, drier air, and that'll make a big difference as we head on into your weekend, which really looks very promising right now. Look at this. We're talking mainly early rain tomorrow. Shred day here at WATE from 8 till noon, and it's 64 for the high, so during the event it's probably going to be in the 40s and 50s. 73 for Sunday. It's the Knoxville Marathon. Starts at 45, 73 for the afternoon, and then the chance for showers and thunderstorms again part of Tuesday, possibly Monday, Tuesday as well. Looks like a great weekend ahead so far.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. And listen to this, everyone. This is a pretty cool story. Ahead of tonight's storms, the Nashville Predators getting some recognition from the National Weather Service. They became the first in NHL history to be certified as storm ready. Now, the recognition means that Bridgestone Arena is well equipped to handle all forms of severe weather. To become storm ready, they have to have a 24-hour warning point and emergency operations center set up, along with developing a formal weather plan, including holding emergency exercises. The recognition coming just in time for the team's game against the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight, and of course, just in time for those storms to roll through as well.
I think that's fantastic. So you sit there, big storm comes through, and you get to watch hockey.
Yeah, stay there and be safe.
Right. All right, well, it's just over a week here to go until a member of our storm team hits the dance floor for a good cause.
Boy, we are ready to see this. Meteorologist Trent McGill is competing in Dancing with the Knoxville Stars. In fact, we've been keeping you updated on the progress, showing you his dance routine a little bit here and there. But of course, he needs your help to win.
That's right. He's joining us now live from Westtown Mall, along with meteorologist Shay Sorensen. And with how you can help out Trent raise some money for East Tennessee Children's Hospital while also staying dry. Hey guys, how's it going out there?
It's going great. So we've got these little lawn chairs out here. It's like we just camped out in front of Westtown Mall, and
exactly.
We're actually having a blast.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a little windy, but people are so nice, and we're really getting low on the umbrellas.
Right, there's about a dozen left. So we're asking for donations. We're asking about $10. You don't have to give a whole $10, but somebody just dropped a $100 check off, so you don't have to give $1 either. So whatever you want to donate, we'll gladly accept it, and all this money goes to the East Tennessee Children's Hospital, and it's all to help me out dancing. We've got some video that shows my fancy dancing work, and it's needless to say, we've got one and a half more weeks of practice, and
great job.
I'm gonna need the practice, and I'm gonna need your help also, because it's not just a dance competition, it's also a fundraising as well. There's gonna be 2 winners, and we're doing really well on both of them. So if you'd like to help me out, come on down here. We'll be here until 6:30 selling umbrellas for donations. They're all going to East Tennessee Children's Hospital, so it's not really selling them. You get a free umbrella for helping out the kids, and you can do it online or here, anywhere you want to go.
Yes, come to the Westtown Mall. We would love to see you. Come say hi, grab an umbrella. It's going to be raining tonight and tomorrow, so if you don't have one, here's a good reason to come get one.
Tomorrow morning, you're going to be wishing you came down here and got one.
Hey,
so
Trent,
come on down here, guys.
Trent, any chance that you're going to teach Shay some of your dance moves maybe before the end of the newscast tonight?
Fantastic idea.
I don't think I'm certified to do that.
I heard there's backflips, so no.
I don't think I should be teaching anybody any dance moves.
All right, we'll trust you on that one. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Again, everyone, the show just a little more than a week away, so time is almost running out.
Yeah, we made it easy for you to donate to Trent's campaign. If you'd like to, you just have to go to our website here, WATE.com, but then go to .com/DWTKS. And remember, every dollar equals 1 vote. Well, a missing Indonesian man found in quite possibly one of the last places you'd imagine.
Yeah, we're going to have more on the family's search efforts coming up.
And from gooey slime to motorized buggies, local students getting a special treat, all thanks to the Oak Ridge National Lab. We're headed to Science Day. That's coming up next. You're watching WATE 6 on your side news at 5.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Vine Middle School students had a special surprise in their science classes today.
Yeah, very cool. Scientists and engineers from Oak Ridge National Laboratory introducing these kids to the fun side of math with experiments that go right along with what they've been learning the last few weeks in class. Students experimented with polymer slime and motorized buggies, while ORNL experts performed advanced physics demonstrations.
It's nice to come here and actually get some of these young people's interest sparked early, because the earlier you can get them exposed to this information, the better it is, and in the long term they'll stay into the field.
We want them to understand that learning is fun, learning is cool. It is not something that they necessarily have to do, although they do, but it's something that they get to do, and it can be cool and exciting.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Got to play with slime.
Yeah, my daughter would love that.
Cool.
All right, everyone, this is all part of the Community Schools program. ORNL and other professional organizations team up with Knox County Schools to help the kids prepare for their future. Love that. All right, everyone, Knoxville's annual Chalk Walk is back for its 9th year downtown.
That's right. More than 100 professional and student artists will turn Market Square into beautiful chalk sidewalk masterpieces.
Yeah, it's one of Dogwood Art's biggest spring events leading up to the Dogwood Arts Festival at the end of April. The annual showcase brings back the lost art of street painting, drawing inspiration from 16th century Italian traditions. It is free to come in and join in, and of course free to walk around and just enjoy all of the art right there in Market Square.
And the colors.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's what I love
Great
about
weekend for it,
just
too.
the colors everywhere, yeah. Well, 4 months after November's wildfires in Gatlinburg, victims continue to rebuild and get back on their feet.
But criminals are always looking for ways to get your money. What victims need to know to avoid becoming scammed coming up. Stay with us, everyone. You're watching WATE 6 on your side. News at 5.